Good morning, everybody. It's another Tuesday, coming to you from Milton, Florida. I'm down here at one of my favorite spots. I'm at the Russell Harbor Landing. I always park at this location here. I've nicknamed uh, Eagles Landing because I don't know, it's just a weird spot. Nobody else would park here, but I found a home here, and this is where I've captured two videos of American bald eagles. So they were all both in the same day, same time period. But um, just sitting out here trying to relax, decompress, get ready for work later today. That's a bad four-letter word. WORK. Don't like that. Used to. I mean, I used to like to. I like to work. Don't get me wrong. That probably came out wrong, but yeah, it's just anymore. Like I just feel like retirement's calling me. Unfortunately, the finances aren't. The finance department's not calling me. But yeah, I want to tell you a couple things real quick. I got to, I didn't write any notes down. I never do. Um, okay, thank you. Um, it's so funny because the Leonard Mountain Homestead has just tuned in. I want to tell you why um, we've become new friends, associates, whatever you want to call it, YouTube friends. Um, for some reason, they've been in the inner circle, and I I thought I was a subscriber of theirs. I was not. I apologize to them for that. But I want to tell you how we kind of quote reconnected. I've seen them in chats before. I just thought we were friends, and that was my error, my bad. But anyway, the 10 Killer meetup was this weekend in Oklahoma, and looked like a great event. Last year's was a great event. Last year's event, I was able to mail and donate some hat hooks. This year, I didn't have them readily available, so I did give a verbal and written commitment via email and stuff that I would donate 5 2-packs of gold hat hooks, like you see right here. And I wasn't sure if they had remembered, had they actually made that part of the raffle, the giveaway, whatever. So Leonard Mountain Homestead is the only person that's replied to me thus far, stating that they won. They gave me their mailing address. I just got it a little while ago. So finance is a little tight right now. So I'm going to order them on Friday. Hopefully have them in a few days. Then I'll mail them out. And I'm not sure who else, if anybody else won. Um, Now I want to encourage everybody to go over and subscribe to Leonard Mountain Homestead. It's LENARD Mountain Homestead. Unfortunately, I don't remember the gentleman's name. The female half is Amy. I'm not sure which one's in or if they're both in at this time, but if you could please let me know the male half's name, I appreciate it, so people can kind of be aware, so I can be aware, so I don't look like a jackwagon. But anyway, and if you also know who else won those prizes, it'd be cool. I didn't have a chance to watch any videos of the. Well, I actually watched one video for like 5 minutes. It had nothing to do with the giveaways. So if you can give me an idea on okay, I'm being advised by Amy that her husband's name is Chris, and it was my son-in-law. They won your item. Okay, that's cool. I was kind of wondering, like, it seemed like some of the stuff didn't match up, but it's all good. So, where I'm mailing this to, Amy, is that address? Is that your, I'm not going to reveal the address, but is that your location or your son-in-law's? I just want to make sure I address it to the right person, you know. So just let me know there. Um, once upon a time, I used to write notes, and when I was in a regular domicile like most Americans. Now I just wing it. I just, sometimes it works better that way. So I'm winging another one. I want to tell you about a couple things. Yesterday I spoke briefly about Chris from Shade Tree America. His situation, it's not pleasant. It's not changing. It's probably getting worse daily. If you can find an opportunity, to watch the live I did yesterday, that would be appreciated. See if there's anything. I'm not speaking directly to Amy, but I'm just speaking to people in general, that anybody that may watch this video. So please, Amy, don't feel like I'm pressuring you. But it's nice. And by the way, let's welcome in Ken, Lone Cowboy Adventures. Ken knows where I'm sitting because he calls me Mr. I got a beef with Ken. He calls me Mr. No Show, right? Calls me the night before, leaves no message, didn't have him programmed in my phone, so I didn't know it was him. I just thought it was like some spam or some bill collector or something. So I ignore him. And then, he calls me at the butt crack of dawn the next morning, leaves a message, and I'm just trying to wake up. I'm kind of, I didn't, somebody called me Mr. No Show. Somebody called me Mr. No Show, Ken. Anyway, so I get the message. Unfortunately, I had already committed to go to my part-time job because I was running out of United States currency. And my part-time job, I do landscaping for a couple. They pay me cash daily. And Amy saw. Oh, he made it there. I know he was there last year. I didn't know he was there this year. That man's been traveling all over. I don't know. I think he's a fugitive. I think he's running from the law. Somebody needs to call America's Most Wanted. But yeah, so where was I? So yeah, Ken shows up in Milton. He's like literally where I'm sitting right now, 100 yards away, and he filmed a video. And there's a guy that does these homemade remote-controlled sailboats, are pretty big, like 4 to 7 feet. And it was crazy that he was there. Wow. Yep, I was out there. I knew what was coming or something. Okay, yeah, he's probably talking about the storm. But anyway, so yeah, if you can watch the video I did for Chris yesterday, I just watched another video this morning from Josh from Sherman Family Farms, Sherman Family Farm. Man, they took a whooping on that storm. They kind of like ruined their livestock. Lost their family dog, apparently, their chickens, stuff like that. So it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Man, I just feel my heart wants to give so much, but I'm financially handicapped right now, and it just pisses me off when I see all these people in need. I've been in need. People have helped me, and it's I'm still vertical. Barely vertical, but I'm still vertical. And anyway, so enough of that. Trying to Brian from Cheesehead Media, he's always chiming in with some kind of smart remark, but it's okay. We're friends. Burritos are better than tacos. You know what? I got a message for you, Brian. Culver's is better than Whataburgers. And you saw the video yesterday. So the law's been laid down. All right. I can't believe you don't support Culver's, being from Wisco. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to try and read. I wish I would have known it would have taken you so long at the first part-time job. I have waited, coffee and breakfast. Oh, I think he said wanted or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it could have been nice to do a breakfast. I know the surprise element's always cool. Had I had some notice, probably could have made it happen. I just would have had to juggle, been more creative. But anyway, so I'm going to tell you another. To me, I think this is crazy. Everything in my life is crazy. But this right here, I'm going to show you this end piece. This plugs into my lighter, whatever you call. I don't know what's that called. Brian, you tell me. What's that? A 12-volt adapter where you plug into your lighter. So this is the oh, I gotta remember the things over here. This is for my Jackery plug. Well, I'm in a van, so there's that engine cover from the inside, and it has 4 latches that you have to release when you're doing any type of work. And when the guy, my mechanic was installing the ignition coil and the spark plug for cylinder number 3, somehow this fell down. He latched it, and this was inside about that much of it. I don't know, maybe about that much. So what's that, 5-6 inches? Was latched on the inside of the engine compartment where it's really hot and everything. And my Jackery had been charged, but I wanted to charge it more because I needed to do a couple things last night. I was at a Lowe's parking lot getting some free Wi-Fi, and I realized this was latched. So it was a major production for me to unlatch, move all the junk I got here, and then I literally expected this to be all melted when I realized it was in the, and there is no damage to this whatsoever. It not even a char mark, no melting, nothing. So I give Jackery kudos. You know, if Jackery wants to sponsor me, I'm all open for it. I may even have to put them in the description. But man, I only have a little 300-watt Jackery, but man, I love it. It's great for the laptop. I can't, plug in any other electronics like a little single burner or anything, because the single burner I have is like 1100 watts. But yeah, Cheesehead, everybody, Amy, everybody, Ken, I want you guys to turn on Cheesehead. That's Brian from Cheesehead Media. He's a turncoat. He's from Wisconsin. He does not support Culver's. All right, you don't eat a thermal mug, right? You eat a burger from Wisconsin. All right, we just got a new Culver's in Milton, Florida. I'm supporting them. You know what I mean? That's what good people do. All right, enough said. So, what else is, man, when I went camping this week, I had some issues, some medical issues, things turned, woke up Sunday morning. It was real windy, couldn't even cook. I was a little depressed because my plans didn't work out as I had planned. But I'm hoping to rebound. The forecast for this next Saturday looks to be tentatively 24% chance of rain, not too bad. The wind appears to be a little bit less, which is nice. Monday looks like there's only 8% chance of rain so far, the future forecast. And the wind is only 10 miles an hour. Oh, you guys would laugh so hard. Brian may know a little bit about this, but Jason Johnson sent me, I don't even know where they're located. He sent me these wireless mics to help me because I'm outdoors. Sometimes it gets windy and everything. It was the biggest pain in my backside trying to figure that out because I have a Android Motorola phone. It took me like 500 attempts. I was getting so mad. I was getting like infuriated. Finally figured it out. But when I figured it out, it was like really, really excessively windy. And I was right by the side of a road when I was testing. So I figured it out. And I'm hoping I can learn. I now I know how to, yeah, yeah. So Amy and everybody else listening, Ken from Lone Cowboy, sometimes I call him Lone Star Adventures. I know I'm not the only person, but it's Lone Cowboy Adventures. And he tells the guy that's in Michigan that he's coming here to see me. Why don't you tell the guy that's in Milton, Florida, that you're coming to Milton, Florida? That's how it works. The guy in Michigan's not coming to see you. He kept the secret. And how did that work out? We missed each other. And I really like breakfast too. Anyway, hey, Hunting and Stuff, welcome into the party. I'm not sure if I've missed any comments here. Nothing special going on. I'm just rambling. I feel like I'm missing some things. Definitely check Chris from Shade Tree America. He's in a bad place. He came up with a really good idea this morning. I don't know if he's shared it publicly yet, but I feel like I'm his agent, his unauthorized agent, so I'm going to share it. If anybody's seen what Chris has done with woodworking on the cutting boards, he made the YouTube play button symbol for, I think it was the Christmas Secret Santa deal, and different people have received those. I know Random Adventures 2.0, Tony, he got one. I think LB got one. I know some other people, but they're really cool things. So he's trying to raise money to help for burial of his, take care of some burial expenses and burdens, financial burdens he has on his family with the passing of his mother. It's a bad situation, but thought that was a really good idea. He's not going to make a ton of money, but if you guys have any suggestions on how he can raise money, or if you want to make a donation, I have shared a link in my community tab. Jason Johnson at JJ Drones has shared it. It's I couldn't remember the name of it yesterday. For some reason, I had a brain fart. It's go send me something or whatever. It's in my community page. So I'm seeing Hunting and Stuff. What's the name? I'm not sure what's the name. If you're asking the name of Chris's channel, it's Shade Tree America. I'm not sure if that's what the question is. Hunting and Stuff, please let me know what your question is. What's the name? If that's what I think that's what you mean. So it's Chris from Shade Tree. His YouTube channel is called Shade Tree America. He's in Pennsylvania, roughly in that Erie, Pennsylvania region, somewhere up near Pittsburgh and like that general ballpark. So if that's what you're asking me, that's his channel. He can tell you. Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, if that's what you're wondering, that's great. At least we got that question answered. He's a really good dude. He does a lot of videos where he promotes a lot of tools, new products. He's got a little bit of a wide variety. My channel for a while was all over the board. Now it's getting back to its original intention, is more like an outdoors related channel. I'm fortunate but unfortunate. Unfortunately, I'm living in the forest for the most part. A lot of times there's a lot of forest area around here in Milton, Florida. I get out to explore and some things. So we've been kicking around some ideas. So Hunting and Stuff, Lone Cowboy Adventures, Cheesehead, anybody that may not have seen what I talked about yesterday, he needs to raise some money. He has a certain goal, and I put a challenge out there on my channel on the video I released yesterday. I would like to raise him $1,000, to help him out. His goal was larger. I forget exactly what his goal was. His goal was larger, but he's not even really close. So, and it's, people are in tough times. So what I suggested yesterday, if you could, do a bake sale, your kids could do a bake sale, lemonade stand, anything like that. You liquidate some previously paid for assets. I understand how finances might not be available right now. Do you have stuff in your garage you could sell either as a yard sale, or could you put it on eBay, Craigslist, Marketplace? Anything that could be of value that you're not using, that could be just like, cluttering up your space, and you're going to declutter your life, but also help another human being. Hey, LB, I was just talking to you. LB, I'm glad you're here because just talking about Chris and his situation. And LB, didn't you win the play button cutting board from Chris? I know you have one. I'm trying to remember when or how you got that. Was that the Secret Santa? We were just talking about that. So Chris is trying to raise money. So he was thinking about creating some of those cutting boards. So Leonard Mountain Homestead and Brian and Hunting and stuff, if you guys are not familiar with Woman Outdoors, okay, LB's telling me, yes, she heard about it, and yes, she won it a couple years ago. So she did win that cutting board, a really nice idea. I think they're made of bamboo, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a 3-pack, and he's done a really good job with that. And he probably learned a little bit in the process, so I would assume the ones coming forward are going to be just like pristine. But I don't have any idea what he's going to retail those for. But yeah, those channels that are in Woman Outdoors, LB is like phenomenal. She's living the life outdoors. I wish I could. My skills are not anywhere near her skills, and I'm hoping one day. And I'm glad LB is in here because I've been wanting to really up my game. And LB, please tell me, what kind of ferrule rod would you suggest for me that would be hopefully effective? I'm sorry, my nose is itching. What kind of ferrule rod would you suggest for me, somewhat, that I could get started with that would be effective, that's not going to cost me an arm and a leg? If you can let me know, a ballpark price, can I get one for $20 or less? Or so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out that ferrule rod thing. So there's a YouTube rendezvous meetup coming in Pennsylvania, and LB was in that last year, and they did a primitive fire starting contest. LB won hands down. She was like, you would have thought she had one of those manual lighters, she just lit that fire in no time at all. Other people struggled, and if I'm not mistaken, she's not going to participate this year because she'd probably win it in about 12 seconds, but she's going to be the judge this year. So yeah, so if you want to learn more about the YouTube rendezvous, LB, what's the exact title? Is that what it's called, a YouTube rendezvous? And you can go over and find out about that rendezvous. They're going to be posting a lot of videos. They're going to be live. It's a smaller event than like the 10 Killer in Oklahoma, but you can go to Freezer Bound Outdoors and find out more information about that. It's a really cool location, a setup. It's very well done. It's a smaller level, but it's very cozy. It seems to be really nice. And yeah, there's some big popular channels out there. And yeah, LB's concurring. Yeah, Freezer Bound Outdoors. That's the name of his channel. The gentleman that runs that channel, his name's Adam. So they have a pond. They do like a little fishing derby. I think they do it on a Saturday from like 12 to 1 Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken, because they're in the Eastern time zone. And yeah, looks like a really good time. They cook all kinds of exotic meats, and they have like some cook-offs, and it's just a good old time. You can. Okay, thank you, Amy. Amy's saying after this live, I'll go check out these channels that are on this live. Yeah, that's good. That's really appreciated. Amy, refresh my memory. Your subscriber count is a little bit over 500. Is that correct? Wasn't it like 514 or something? If you can give me an idea, hopefully the people that are, yes, Freezer Bound is in Pennsylvania. He's pretty close to Chris from Shade Tree America. Yeah, LB is posting that YouTube rendezvous in Pennsylvania is May 17th through the 19th. So I believe that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, Clarion, PA. Okay, I knew it was somewhere in that ballpark. LB, are you in Erie? Basically Erie, because I kind of know that area somewhat. I've way back in the day I was up that way. There goes the emergency apparatus. I don't know if you can hear the sirens. Sounds like the fire department going by. But all right, I think I've babbled long enough. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Yeah, okay, Erie, PA. That's what I thought. And LB has a really nice channel. She finds the coolest little places. LB, before we sign off, just give us a little tidbit of information how you find some of those remote locations. It's probably like Harvest Host and some other things. Can you just give us a little quick insight? I think your last video I did not watch. I think LB's last video, if I'm on top of my game as far as what she posts, she just pretty much did some primitive camping with a tarp and like made a lean-to. I think that's what was posted. Have not seen that yet. I might watch it after I get done babbling here. But anyway, yeah, she does. Oh yeah, that's it. Hip Camp. I knew there was one I couldn't. I use Hip Camp and then just Finding Pro. Oh, primitive camping, SUV camping. Okay. Yeah, she gets some really cool donations and sponsorships, that sent her way. She's killing it, man. She's doing a great job. She's had to chill out for a little while, take care of her mother, and had some medical problems. It sounds like mom's on the rebound, which is really good. We're happy that's going on. Anyway, folks, we're gonna tap out. I have two slogans now. When I tap out, I'm trying to emphasize one. And remember, folks, nature can soothe your soul. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Try and check each other out on these channels. It's a good watch. It's a good watch. Anyway, I thank you guys. Talk to you next time, and let's stay in touch. Appreciate it.